Hey everyone, I'm Gio. Today I'm going to talk a bit about authenticity and why it's so powerful and sometimes how it's hidden and sometimes how you realize that you might not be as authentic as you think you are. So first I'm going to start off like I was a salesperson for like 20 years, probably did close to um, over $70 million in food sales for a specialty niche item. But I'm a serial entrepreneur, so I was always trying to be who I thought the other person wanted me to be. And what ended up happening was, after doing this for a certain amount of years, I thought money was going to make me happy. I started realizing that I was unfulfilled, borderline depression, feeling anxious. And something dawned on me is because I wasn't being my true self. Now, a lot of you might be listening to this. It's like, yeah, I am me. I'm this, I'm that. But I think a lot of the things that we describe ourselves as is the behaviors that we've picked up to kind of protect ourselves. What I mean by that is, I'm just a shy person because you may be afraid of being in front of people because you have a fear of being judged. It's the fear of judgment kind of encompasses a lot of the aspects of it, but underneath that is, maybe the fear of being like stupid, or I'm not good enough, or I'm unseen, unheard. So you kind of just play small. So, I want you to first ask yourself is who am I who I think I am? Am I who I think I am? And see like are you different to different people in your life? Do you act different at work and to your family and to your friends and to certain friends more than others? Maybe when you show on social media and you start to see like actually I do wear a few different masks in my life. And so the first step is awareness. Am I who I think I am? Who have I become? Was I once a certain way as a kid? Maybe then life happens and I start changing, closing off, protecting myself. Because on the other side, when you really step into true authenticity, that's where liberation is freedom. You don't feel anxious because you're not always protecting yourself and scared of what other people are going to think. Kind of almost like I don't give a you know what, and that's kind of the true liberation when you don't really care what other people think, but not in like a conceited or like cocky type of way. It's like I just really don't care. I'm going to be myself no matter what. I'm going to be myself no matter what. So the first thing you have to start doing is when you feel yourself closing off because of fear of judgment, it's like, what am I afraid is going to happen? And why is that bad? What am I afraid is going to happen? So if someone sees me, if I make a mistake, are they going to think differently of me? And then it's, do I care? People that judge you that you would never take advice from, who cares what they think? Right? Easier said than done. I know, but start thinking like I had a fear of failure once at one of my businesses, and things weren't going too good, and I couldn't sleep, and all this fear, and it was really fear of failure, but seen as a failure. When I really thought, okay, who am I really worried about judging me? I tried to think of specific people. I couldn't think of more than two or three people that I hadn't seen in years. Maybe in past, like, hey, did you hear what happened to Gio? His business went under. Started realizing, hey, that doesn't matter. The people who love me and know who I truly am will support me no matter what. Okay, so we gotta start just questioning, you know, who am I really? And the more you start to express yourself without fear, your vibration starts to change. And this is the key. And once you start feeling that, one, you're going to change, your energy is going to change, but two, you're going to start attracting different people into your life. And as you become more authentic, there might be certain people that you've been pretending that are now going to start creating distance. You're not going to kiss people's butt anymore because you're afraid of them liking you or not. You're going to set some boundaries because you're not afraid of that judgment anymore. And so, yes, some people might fall away, but what's it actually doing? Creating space for you to attract the people into your life that are actually attracted to your true self. And in business, the more authentic we can be, whether it's sharing on our Instagram or telling people about what we really believe in, which is ourselves, you send off this frequency and vibration that starts to attract the right people who want to hear your message because you're giving that right vibration. Now, in a relationship, if you're pretending to be someone that you're not, you're probably going to attract someone into your life that is not really attracted to the real you. Are those relationships going to last? Probably not. And that's, there's some very transactional relationships that you might see, like a really, gorgeous young woman that's attracted to money and finds this old guy who's unattracted, has the money. And they're kind of agreeing to a transaction. It's like, hey, I want your money, you want my young looks, so we're going to be okay in this transaction. But is there really going to be a true connection? And maybe the true selves will come out over time. There is a connection, but a lot of times when you're basing it on these things that are not authentic to the people involved in that relationship, it's probably not going to last. Same in a business with a business partner. Are you guys just focused on the money, or do you guys have a shared vision? Are you being authentic in the way you're reaching out to investors or partners or talking about it and to your team? Or are you putting on this mask that is hiding the true you out of fear? And then what happens once that gets revealed long term, you get all this dissonance because the vibrations are not matched. Okay. So when you become authentic, your life is going to change. But it's not like, hey, today I'm inauthentic, tomorrow I'm not. It's recognizing the areas where you may not be fully authentic, like me showing my tattoos in sales calls and talking about plant medicine openly because I was afraid people would judge me and stop doing business with me. What actually ended up happening was they were interested. They trusted me as a human being, and our relationship deepened for a lot of them. Yeah, some people got scared off, but it opened space for more. So whenever you feel uncomfortable, look at the things you've used to define yourself as the type of person you are, the words you use. Is that really you? Or is it using those definitions and terms? I'm antisocial. I don't like being in front of crowds. I'm afraid of this or that. That's just me. Really want you to ask yourself why. Did something happen that made you believe that about yourself? Because the belief is the base layer. And beliefs creates our thoughts, they create our emotions, create our actions and reactions. We really got to check where our beliefs are coming from. Okay. So this week, this next little while, sit with that. Am I really my truest expression of myself? Am I really being authentic or am I not? And the more you dive into that reflection, it takes time. The more you start making those small changes, the more you're going to blossom like a flower. And we're ready for it. We need more authentic people who speak their mind without fear, who express themselves, their truest potential, that can go and help change humanity. So, good luck. Let me know how it goes.